There is a lie your mind tells you every single day. And as long as you believe it, your life stays exactly the same. Most people believe they are stuck because they lack discipline. Others think it's a lack of talent. Some blame the absence of opportunities. But the truth is far more uncomfortable. It's your own mind trying to keep you safe. It doesn't scream. It doesn't threaten. It whispers. Now is not the right time. You're not ready yet. Maybe it's better to wait a little longer. It sounds like prudence. It sounds like maturity. It sounds like common sense. But it has a name. Self-sabotage. And the most dangerous sign that this is happening is when all of it makes perfect sense. Look, I'm going to tell you a secret that will change your perspective. Your brain was programmed over millions of years for a single mission: to keep you alive. Not happy. Not fulfilled. Just alive. And for this primitive brain, any change is a moral threat. Going to start that business? Danger. Going to change careers? Red alert. Going to try something new? Your brain literally panics. Joe Dispenza, famous neuroscientist, discovered something fascinating. The brain prefers known misery to unknown happiness. It's like living in a house falling apart just because you know every crack in the wall. Meanwhile, there's a mansion waiting for you, but it's unknown. So your brain says, better not risk it. Carl Jung summed it up perfectly: until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Pay attention to this. You think you're making choices, but actually, you're being controlled by unconscious patterns of self-sabotage. Self-sabotage is a master of disguises. It uses 3 main masks, and I bet you'll recognize yourself in at least one of them. Mask number 1, procrastination. I'll start Monday. I'll do it next month, when I have more time. Meanwhile, life slips through your fingers like sand. How much time have you already lost waiting for the perfect moment? Mask number 2, perfectionism. Listen to this. Reid Hoffman, the guy who created LinkedIn, said something revolutionary: if you're not embarrassed by the first version of your product, you've launched too late. Think about that. While you're trying to make everything perfect, your competitors are already in the market, learning and improving. Stephen Pressfield calls this resistance that invisible force that paralyzes you. Mask number 3, toxic relationships. You choose people who confirm your limitations instead of expanding your possibilities. It's comfortable to be with those who keep you small, because there's no pressure, no challenge, no growth. Here's one of the most dangerous lies of your mind. It takes pure fear, that irrational, primitive fear, and dresses it in clothes of logic and sensibility. Then you say, I don't have time. But what you really mean is, I'm afraid to fail. You say, I don't have money. But what your subconscious screams is, I'm afraid to invest and lose everything. Look at these real examples. Elon Musk slept at the Tesla factory when the company almost went bankrupt. Sarah Blakely created Spanx, a billion-dollar company, with $5,000 in savings. The difference wasn't in the resources. It was in refusing to let fear disguised as logic control the decisions. Mark Twain said something brilliant: they did not know it was impossible, so they did it. Ignorance of limitations, sometimes, is a blessing. Now pay close attention because this technique will change your game. Mel Robbins discovered something powerful. You have exactly 5 seconds between the impulse to act and your mind starting to manufacture excuses. 5 seconds. That's all you have. It works like this. The alarm goes off to go train. Your mind immediately starts. It's cold. You're tired. You can train tonight. But if you count 5-4-3-2-1 and get up immediately, you win the battle before the war begins. Apply this to everything. Going to make that important call? 5-4-3-2-1 and call. Going to start writing? 5-4-3-2-1 and write the first line. Aristotle knew this over 2,000 years ago. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence is not an act, but a habit. Society taught you wrong. They told you that failure is shame, is incompetence, is the end. Lie. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of the path to success. Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times before the electric light bulb. 1,000 times. And when asked about the failures, he said he didn't fail, he discovered 1,000 ways that didn't work. Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world at the time, says Amazon made decisions that cost billions in failures. But without those failures, the successes wouldn't exist. The Bible says in Proverbs, "The righteous falls 7 times and rises again." Greatness isn't in never falling. It's in always rising. Winston Churchill summarized, "Success is going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm." So answer me, how many times have you quit at the first obstacle? I'm going to give you an exercise that will reveal all your self-sabotage patterns. For 2 weeks, just 14 days, keep a self-sabotage journal. Every time you catch yourself procrastinating, thinking negatively, making poor choices, write it down. Write the exact thought, the situation, what you were feeling. At the end of 2 weeks, the patterns will become crystal clear. Like, every day at 3 p.m. I quit because my energy drops. Solution? Schedule a protein snack at 2:30 p.m. Whenever so-and-so gives an opinion, I freeze. Solution? Stop sharing your plans with that person. Socrates said, "Know thyself." Peter Drucker added, "What gets measured gets managed." You can't change what you can't see. This journal makes the invisible visible. Here's a truth nobody tells you. When you choose not to act out of fear, you only see the risk of trying, time, money, possible failure. But you don't see the accumulated cost of not trying. Years passing. Opportunities lost. Regret growing like compound interest. Warren Buffett, the greatest living investor, says, "The most valuable investment is in yourself." And the cost of not making that investment? A lifetime of mediocrity. Think about it. Someone wants to learn English but postpones every year. In 5 years, they could be fluent, earning more, traveling the world. But no! They remain in the same place, now 5 years older and still without knowing English. Henry David Thoreau wrote, "The mass of men lead lives of quiet desperation. This desperation is the cost of dreams not pursued." B.J. Fogg, Stanford researcher, discovered something revolutionary about behavior change. The problem isn't lack of motivation, it's that you make things too difficult. So here's the secret: start ridiculously small. Don't say I'm going to work out 1 hour a day. Say I'm going to do 3 push-ups when I wake up. 3. That's it. The goal isn't the immediate physical result. It's training your brain to associate action with ease and success, instead of difficulty and failure. 2 weeks of 3 push-ups. Increase to 5. Then 10. Then 20. James Clear showed in Atomic Habits, improving 1% per day results in being 37 times better in 1 year. Lao Tzu knew this 2,500 years ago. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. What's the tiny step you can take today? Viktor Frankl survived the Holocaust, one of the most terrible periods in human history. And there, in that hell, he discovered something that would change psychology forever. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. Translation: your mind will lie. It will whisper fears. It will manufacture excuses. That's the stimulus. But you don't have to obey automatically. There's a space, a pause, where you can choose. This is the secret of freedom. You are not your thoughts. You are the consciousness that observes thoughts. Wayne Dyer said, "Change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change." Your mind will keep lying, it's its nature. But now you have the awareness to recognize, there's my mind lying again, and ACT anyway. Every major game changer happened at a specific moment of decision. An instant where the person chose to believe in themselves instead of believing the mind's lies. Nelson Mandela, 27 years in prison, chose forgiveness instead of hatred. J.K. Rowling, single mother, unemployed, rejected by 12 publishers, chose to keep writing. Oprah, past of abuse, chose to transform pain into purpose. These people aren't superhumans. They're ordinary people who made an uncommon choice. They refused to believe in limitations. Jesus said in Matthew, "If you have faith like a grain of mustard seed, you will move mountains." Faith in yourself moves mountains of self-sabotage. The question isn't if it's possible. It's if you are willing to make different choices from those that brought you here. So let's close with the most important truth of all. Time will pass anyway. 5 years from now, you'll be 5 years older. This is inevitable. The only variable is, will you be 5 years closer to your dreams, or 5 years deeper in mediocrity? This choice isn't made tomorrow. It's made now. At this exact second. In the decision to believe your mind's lie or the truth of your unlimited potential. Jim Rohn said, "Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better." And becoming better starts today, recognizing self-sabotage, naming it, and choosing to act despite it. The Bible has a perfect verse in Ecclesiastes: "Whoever watches the wind will never sow, whoever looks at the clouds will never reap." In other words, whoever waits for perfect conditions never acts. And whoever never acts, never harvests. Henry Ford ended the debate: "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." So tell me, what will you choose to believe? The time is now. The moment is this. The choice is yours. Gandhi summed it all up: Be the change you want to see in the world. And this change begins by defeating self-sabotage, one thought, one action, one decision at a time. Your mind will lie. But now you know the truth. And the truth will set you free.